Greetings and welcome to the Clear as Conscious podcast, where we promote empowerment through acknowledgement, accountability, and integrity. I am your holistic lifestyle coach and host, Angelina, inviting you to find holistic balance through conversations we have here. Now, let's open our minds and our hearts and dive into today's topics. I hope you enjoy. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Good day. Hope everyone is well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to my Wealth Builders Alliances group. So I am on a whole lot of platforms. I am on Clubhouse. I am on Stereo. I'm on Facebook and on YouTube. So thank you all for joining tonight for Wealth Builders Alliances. Tonight, we are talking about the correlation between your relationships and your wealth. And I am your holistic lifestyle coach and host, Angelina, here to have this conversation with you all. So, like I said, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. If you're looking at me on Facebook or YouTube, I am outdoors. So, I won't be outdoors for long because it's getting dark here in Indiana, but I love the summer, fall kind of weather. So I'm always outdoors if it's not too cold. So we're going to have this conversation tonight. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I will transition from being outdoors to being indoors when it gets too dark and you can't see me on the screen, right? With all my black melanin, right? So it's all good. So, yes, that's the conversation tonight. Tonight is the correlation between your relationships and your wealth. So give me just a second. I've got Queen Kathy B in the house on Clubhouse. And I know Queen Kathy is always so busy, so I don't know if she's available to jump in on this conversation. So we shall see. So tonight, give me just a second. I am uploading everything. Okay, so you say you couldn't hear me on Clubhouse, Queen. Can you hear me on? Can you hear me now on Clubhouse, Queen Kathy? Live. Give me just one second. Okay, so tonight we're gonna have this conversation really quickly. Not gonna stay too long, right? How are you, Queen? Okay, so tonight I hope everyone can hear me. So we're gonna have this conversation really quickly. Um, on the correlation with relationships versus your wealth. And hopefully this conversation makes sense to everyone that's listening. Please like and share. I promise I will not be too long because I actually have things to do. I volunteer my services all over the place. So I have some things to do tonight in preparation for something going on tomorrow here in Indiana. So shout out to Crooked Creek Alert if you're in Indianapolis, Indiana. You live on the side of town. Shout out to you all. Please come and visit us tomorrow um, at the United Methodist Church, 5959 Grandview. So definitely check us out. So I'm not going to be here too long. I've not been attentive to my king because I've been so super busy. Queen Kathy says check my connections on Clubhouse. No, Queen. Let's see how it goes. I'm glad you're here on Facebook, though. I appreciate that. So, let's have a conversation. So, this is something that has been on my mind for some time now when it comes to relationships and your wealth. And if you all don't know me, I do a whole lot of different things. I'm first of all, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm an aunt, a whole lot of things. I am a nurse, I'm a life coach, a lot of things. So, um, we want to talk about tonight the correlation between relationships and your wealth. And people a lot of times don't realize how your relationships affect your finances, but it actually does. Clubhouse. Okay. So she says she can't hear me on Clubhouse. Okay, that's cool. So we'll see how Clubhouse works. For those of you that don't know, I started my Wealth Builders Alliances on Clubhouse, and I was trying something different. So I am on stereo, a little different, not so many obstacles trying to get signed up and get the information right. So I'm on stereo. I am on Facebook. I am on YouTube. So on my YouTube, it is Clear's Conscious dash HLC podcast. So definitely check that out, please, and subscribe. It would be so appreciated. So it's getting dark out here. So I am on camera. So I will not be on here too long on camera looking obsolete in the background. So anyway, the conversation is the correlation between your relationships and your wealth. So really quickly, how many people have thought about their relationships as it relates to your wealth? Do you spend time with people that don't build your wealth and your financial success, right? Um, who do you keep company with? Those things are very important to think about. So that's the conversation tonight. So funny story. So I had, like I said, I'm on Facebook and YouTube. So I move around and I get to a clearer picture. Give me just a second. If I go off camera, I'll be right back. I just want to be very clear when you can see me. And please like and share. It's so appreciated. Please like and share. So, what is the correlation between your relationship and your wealth? A lot of people don't think about this, but it's very important. Again, think about the company that you keep, the engagement that you have, your environment, and how it affects you. Okay. So for me, I'm learning. Um, a lot of times there's a hiccup on excelling because the company that we keep, right? So thinking about that, first of all, grab a pen and paper. First of all, please grab a pen and paper and jot down so you can jot down some notes as we have this conversation, okay? So, really quickly, think about your relationships. Okay, so I'll read something to you all. I'm very particular about definitions. So, relationship means the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. Okay, so that's what a relationship is. So when we think about relationships, it's like sometimes I'm gonna go up camera because I'm going to go upstairs so you all can see me. So as much as I'm enjoying this atmosphere and this air, 80 degrees in Indiana. I'm enjoying it, but I'm gonna have to move around so you all can see me. So when it comes to relationships, we think about family and all that stuff, friendships. But what about relationships where you have, work relationships or political or religious relationships? How does that work? Right? And how does it impact your wealth? And this is really important because a lot of times we don't think about these things. And when we see the kind of relationships that we have, it makes sense to where we are, if that makes sense. Okay. So if you always hang around people that don't have any ambitions, any goals, any aspirations, what does that mean for you? Are you growing? Are you stagnant? You know, so think about those things. Even work relationships. Are you working a job where you're not valued, where you're not appreciated, right? Your political views, where do they come from? Your religious views, where do they come from? What is your foundation and what sustains you? So when we look at relationships, we oftentimes discredit the fact that um my queen sister's here. I'm so sorry, my queen sister is here. I'm recording live. My queen sister's here dropping by. I love my sister. Um, so where are we at with relationships and how does it impact our wealth? So wealth is the abundance of valuable possessions or money. Okay, it measures the value of all assets or worth by a person, a community, a company, or a culture. Wealth includes things like education, values, skills, real estate, mutual funds, annuities, stocks, all those things. So, what does your wealth look like? And are you building wealth to provide for legacies down the road, right? So, if you think about your relationships, do you hang around people that have no ambition, have no goals, have no pursuit to happiness? And a lot of us do. Give me this to say my queen sister say I'm inviting her to speak on Clubhouse. So yeah, think about those things. So recently, this conversation for me came up because I had a situation, right? And I think I'm very compassionate. I'm very godlike. I try to be very godlike, okay? And very genuine and sincere. But there's a point where people unintentionally and then intentionally take advantage of, okay? So when we don't set boundaries and limitations, it's very detrimental. A big thing for me, I have a hard time saying no to people. How many of you have a hard time saying no to people? You don't say no, but you avoid, you distract, you detour. A lot of us do that, right? Boundaries are important. limitations, expectations, they're very important. And I think that those are things that we have gotten away from because we've gotten away from expectations, away from morals and ethics, both personally and professionally. Yes. No? What do you all think? I think that. So, when you look at those things, are you dealing with people that build your wealth? Are you dealing with people Queen Tina Berry, shout out to Queen Tina Berry, with straight no chaser with the queen in the house. On, Facebook, she can't get into Clubhouse. I'm trying to work with Clubhouse. I cannot deal with it anymore, but it's okay. So we'll keep going, right? So what's going on with our expectations, right? How are we aligned how are we aligning our expectations with our success? And Queen Kathy B's in the house, she will tell you, "I've been working hard and diligently at no cost for the job, and I'm not mad about it." But it's been a learning experience, doing what I do. And again, no shade, but it's been very interesting, okay? So, how do we grow with our wealth? If we're always hanging around people that have no expectations, like I said, what would you expect for your life, right? I want to hang around people and network with people that have ambition and have goals, that see their prosperity as a reality, right? So, since I have Queen Tina Berry, with Straight No Chaser with Queen Kathy B in the house, um, these are 2 individuals, 2 strong Black women that are part of that have built the United Empires of the Cuba line, that have bought land, that teach on growing your own food, buying your own land, you know, pouring back into your community. Those are the kind of people that I wanna be connected with. I don't wanna be connected with people that don't have any goals, and our goals don't have to necessarily be the same. They just have to be aligned with the mission and the vision, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you all? Hopefully it does. So, something to think about. So, there's been a lot of things going on with in the country, in the world, with poverty, um, un unequalized justices, just inequality altogether. But what's the company that you keep? So again, for like United Enterprise of Aquivalon, we connect with people that are like-minded, that are open-minded. I connect as clear as conscious as a life coach, as a nurse, as a human being. I try to connect with people that I can resonate with, and I can't be mad when people don't get it, but I do hope people get it, right? So this conversation was steered from another conversation with a family member, and it was so disturbing, and it wasn't disturbing because they were in the position that they were in. It was disturbing because they didn't understand my position. And we get so frustrated when people don't understand our positions and our boundaries and our ethics and our morals. We get so offended by those things. But it's not to be offended by. For me, I want to know where people stand. I want you to be honest with me. If we don't click, we don't click. And that's okay. But what happens when we keep pouring into people and we're depleted and there's nothing to show for that, other than being stressed out, worn out, tired, frustrated? It's really frustrating. Would you agree? Yes, I would. You know, So I want us to be in the mindset where we can understand our individuality and what we bring to the table and what our worth is. All of us have individual worths, individual values, we have individual gifts. And it's crazy because my queen mother was here earlier, and I was telling her, people, we're not unique. We're not special, as individuals. People go through things all the time. But what does that mean for you? How does it benefit you? Are you broke? Are you broken? Are you wealthy? Are you striving? Are you thriving? We all have excuses for what we do or don't do, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day what your excuses are. Do you want to be successful? Do you want to be prosperous? Do you want to win? Do you want to grow? And it's hard for a lot of us to do that, right? So I do want to encourage everyone to kind of dive deeper into their concepts, um, and their expectations and what you want in life, right? I love hanging out with people that have ambition, that have goals. It just makes it easier. And I don't know, Queen Kathy, let me see. I don't know. I don't think I can invite you in to have a conversation. But let me see. Give me a second. And if anyone wants to come up and have a conversation about this, let me know and I will send you the link. As I'm sitting outdoors, it is a full moon out here. And it's absolutely lovely. I'm loving it. Just a sec. Um, it's a good day. I hope everybody's having a good day, by the way. Okay, hold on a second. If y'all know me, y'all know I don't be playing with social media. I don't have time for this. But I appreciate your village, your connected. Okay, Queen Catherine and Queen Tina, I sent an invite via email if you all want to come up. And if not, that's okay too. It's not a big deal. Okay. So yeah, wanted to have this conversation really quickly. 'Cause like I said, I had a conversation with a family member earlier, like this week, and it was so frustrating for me. Okay, let me tell you all, and I won't put anybody on blast because it's not about that. But sometimes when you are linked with people that are not on your level, it can actually drag you down. It can detour you, it can, delay you, and it's really unhealthy. It's non-productive, um, it's just foolishness to me, personally. So, give me a second. I have Queen Kathy B. I love
Hey,
Queen Kathy.
hey, how are
Hey,
you?
Queen.
I don't know what's going on with Clubhouse. It is not working.
Oh, no.
I know, strange, very strange, but yes. I'm I just got back in from running some errands, so um I'm settling back into work. So
You are always you're always working. Now
um
I'm here on camera because you're here on camera.
Oh, you can see the difference how light it is and bright, and you're
Yes,
dark over there. How you said your weather was hot?
it's like 80 degrees here.
Oh, and then we were like 71, so cooled off. But look, I was so excited. I got to send off some vegetables this week to family members and friends, and also hair products. So I'm going to work on yours, send yours out on Monday. I have to finish making it. So I'm super excited about that.
As am I.
So that's what's going on in my world.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. So, Queen Kathy, I have an echo here. I don't know what to do about this echo. So,
Hmm.
okay. So, Queen Kathy she's doing hair products and all that stuff. Um, I'm super excited about it.
Me too. And then all the vegetables that we have spinach, several different types of kale, um, arugula, tomatoes, and then we have um, mint, rosemary, and sage. So everything's growing, looking good, but we are about to hit some cold weather. So I want to pick and share right now before it starts. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you hear an echo, Queen? I feel like I'm delayed.
yeah. You might be, maybe you're delayed. Let's see. I'm gonna put it on the phone. Speaker.
How do I
Okay. Is that better?
maybe
No?
so.
Maybe?
Yep. Okay. Maybe so. Yep. There it goes. There it goes. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
It is delayed. You look so lovely tonight, by the way.
Thank you. You do too.
Yes.
Look what I can see of you.
I know, right? I'm gonna go upstairs in just a second.
No, you're good. I know you like to be outside, and with that weather, that's perfect weather. So enjoy that. Enjoy it.
I am. Queen Kathy has a pool and everything. I'm not savvy to have a pool, so
Yeah, we have to basically you're putting it up because it's too cold right now. So we're gonna cover it, get it covered until spring. So
okay,
I'm sad about that.
okay.
Yeah.
I think I want an awning. Like I would want something that was like an indoor kind of pool kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Or you mean like a just a cover, like a shade over it? But I love the sun though. So we
Yes.
have like in the morning there's shade on one side,
and then the evening there's shade on the other side, so you can kind of move around. But even if the water is at 90, I'm still loving the sun. The sun gives me life. Queen Angie, you went away.
Shoot.
Where did you go? Oh,
Okay, how's that? I don't know. I hear this echo is driving me crazy.
I don't hear it. Oh my God.
Like every time you speak and then I speak, I hear it after you speak. It's driving me crazy.
Oh my God. So, okay, so being in my ear didn't matter then. Okay, I don't know. Do you want me to come out and come back in?
Try that. Will you?
Mhm.
Okay, Queen. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's uh why people there's an echo. Hopefully it's me. Okay. It is me.
Hello again.
No, Queen, it's me. It's me. It's my echo. I can't fix it.
Oh, and then I don't know what's going on with Clubhouse. When I go there, I hear nothing. There's
Huh.
like no sound at all.
That's
Very strange.
huh.
I don't know what's going on.
It is. I tell you what, don't leave. If I click off here, you all, then we just click off. I'm gonna click off and I'm gonna see what happens. Hold on.
Okay. I'm muting for a sec.
Okay.
Hey, is it better?
No, it's
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Okay, I can drop down and then you can continue.
But it's not you though.
I know, but it does it when I'm up here. You didn't have it before. I'll drop down and go back in Facebook.
Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay. So for some reason it's better. What's going on these days? So there's some connection, and I don't do this live anymore. Okay, let me see. Okay, how's that? I think it's better. It's still active. It's not better. Well, you all, I'm trying to share something important with you all, but apparently I can't do that. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna jump off here because I can't do this. I don't know what's going on. Um, but we will try again later. So this sucks. But this is technology for you, so it is what it is. So, heck, I got King D Mays with Mind Games and Cut here. I've got Queen Kathy B here. Both of all of us are with United Friends of Kivalon. Um, this is not gonna stress me out tonight. I cannot figure out how to get this where it's not echoing and everyone can hear. So I won't call it a fail, but I'm going to not stress myself out over this and retire this episode. So let me get off of here. We will redo this conversation as far as the correlation between your relationships and your wealth at a different time where it's not so sketchy and so scratchy and so distorted. Okay, so I apologize sincerely. Um, Stick my finger at AI and all that stuff. So we'll try this again um, at a later date. This is actually the second week I've tried to share this. So something's going on. I don't want to stress myself out over it. So we'll try again later and we'll see what happens. Does it sound better, Queen? Probably not. So yeah, we'll try it again later. Please stay tuned so we can have this conversation. I can't be stressed out. I actually had to go in about an hour at 8:30 p.m. To go and help volunteer with an event for tomorrow. So I don't want to spend too much time. Shout out to Queen, Miss Queen Virgo on stereo. Give me just a second. Let me see what she's saying. I'm gonna play this really quickly. Let me see if you all can hear this.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. How you doing? Clean out this bitch.
All right, greetings, Queen. If you want to come and have a conversation, like I'm gonna invite you up to have a conversation. I'm on stereo also, you all. So if you can still hear me on YouTube and Facebook, I'm on stereo. So I'll invite Miss Queenberg to come up if she wants to speak. You all can catch us on stereo as well. What's going on, Queen?
How you doing?
I am great. How are you?
Let me turn my TV down. Like she ran something.
Oh, how old is she?
7.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, we're done.
What's she watching? I am great. How are you?
I'm okay. You know, I've been through a lot of stuff the past couple of weeks, but I'm okay.
Good. Good, good, good. I hope everything's good with you. We're always going through stuff, right? Everybody's always going through. Yeah, life is.
How long you been off stereo?
Not too long. Maybe less than 6 months. Um, as far as being a part of a group, United Empires of Akibalon, and we do our radio station on this platform. So not too long. So I'm trying to get the
Okay.
groove of everything. How about you?
I've been on stereo since the beginning. I can't believe it's been that long, but it has.
I feel like new to things. How long is that? I feel like new to things.
Like 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, they just celebrated their 3-year anniversary, I think in like August or something.
Okay. How do you like it?
Stereo has been an adventure. I just say that.
Yeah. Have you been on Clubhouse?
Yeah, but I realized that I'm not equipped to talk to 300 people at one time, and then somebody say something out of pocket, and I get out of pocket. So I just stay with small groups.
That makes sense. That makes sense. May I ask what you do for a living?
Actually, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to get my podcasting off the ground. What you doing? Can you get out of my room? Go in your own room. Why are you in my room? Okay, go check them. Sorry about that.
No worries. No.
Stop that. I'm in my room. Goodbye. I'm not playing with you. I'm telling your daddy.
So you're almost stereo
Thank you.
also. So
Appreciate it.
that's the conversation you're hearing if you're on Facebook or
I
on
said
YouTube.
thank you. Appreciate it.
So yeah. So y'all can
Okay.
join us on stereo if you want to have the conversation, definitely.
So I'm gonna tell her daddy she get up out of here.
No. It's your only one?
No, I have. Okay. This may sound crazy. Just go with it. I have 14 children.
Okay.
8 biological. So I have 8 kids, and then I acquired some bonus children. So.
Okay. That's cool. I have 8 collectively. I have 3 that are my own. So that's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you understand. Okay.
Oh, absolutely, I do. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Let me ask you, so like with your entrepreneurship, what are you striving to do?
Just generate wealth. I don't really want to be famous.
Hmm.
I really don't like people. I think people are crazy. But
They are.
I just to generate wealth where my children would not have to worry about anything.
That makes sense. And it's a good goal. It's a really good goal. It is. What's stopping you from doing that?
A few things, but them things are being taken care of now, so it won't be a problem much longer.
And don't look at it as a problem. It's just life circumstances, right? It's just life, right? So I know, like for me as an entrepreneur, like I'm a nurse. I won't say by trade it's my profession, but as an entrepreneur, I do a whole lot of different things just because I can. And my children are older. My children range from 18 to 36. Okay, so okay, see, yeah, you get it. You never stop being a parent, you know. I think at some point we have to figure out
how to learn how to not be
yeah,
parents, but advisors,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Because you can't once they get once they get 21, because you're not grown at 18. I don't give a damn who says. You're not grown at 18. You're still most likely living with your mom and dad, or mom or dad, or both. You're not grown. Grown people take care of their own stuff. Grown people pay their own bills.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's hard because, our children are our children, but at the end of the day, they are individuals. And I've learned that to raise individuals,
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, please.
I've been hearing this question all day. It kind of pisses me off, so I cuss somebody out about this question. Do you believe in, I'm not saying beatings, because that's what people begin stupid, confused. Do you believe in disciplining children?
I do.
That's what I was saying.
I do. It is so tricky, and I won't even use like the whole system where you can't discipline your children physically. I don't even want to use that. For me, I got some butt whoopings growing up, and I probably didn't get as many as I needed. I hated being grounded. Don't ground me. Don't, the corner thing. I don't like that. So I guess I think it's more so what we instill in our children, the foundation. And it's tricky. I see you're a Black female. For me, it's kind of weird when you physically discipline your children. How do you teach your children not to be physically assertive, if that makes any sense? So it's very tricky. I think that the education is important. If you're
it is. And I'm not saying, listen, I've never told anybody. Okay, first of all, you should never be anybody. But when a child that you are raising, that you have had, whatever, when they don't have discipline, they do undisciplinary things.
They do.
And they get in trouble.
They do. And that's when you try to grow.
Just, I'll be trying. 15-year-old whose mouth so, Jesus. Well, she'll be 15 December 4th, but I'll be looking at her like, you, my dear. I almost forgot she was my child one time. I didn't hit her, but I almost blacked out.
Yeah, you want to have to black out. Yeah. I get it.
Like, what? And then, they got these kids thinking it's okay to call the police on their parents.
Though, my thing is, you can call the police, but are you in better hands? So call them, because I want to call the police too to come get you. I want to call the police in the morgue. Okay? So, yeah, let's call.
So they was talking about how this boy beat his mother, and they told her if she would have put her hands on him, she would have went to jail. And my response was, they would have had a reason to come get me.
No, you can't come get me. You wasn't there when I gave birth. You can't come get me. No, you can't do that. We can go ahead and put you at peace underground. You can't come get me. No. Yeah, you can't come get me. So I don't know what you want. So yeah, I think it's difficult to raise our children anymore, but we have to stand strong with our morals and our principles, And if children understand what the world has for them, then what do you do?
I do think it's some kids out here that are so soulless. I think these kids don't have no soul. Some of them.
Yeah, let me ask what they look like though. They don't look like you and me. So,
No, it's these
what?
African American kids too. Because I'm telling you something that just happened. That's part of the reason I've been going through it past couple of weeks. My cousin, which is like a brother to me, he was murdered by his son. His son is 18 years old. Shot my cousin 31 times. These kids are soulless out here, and not just the ones that don't look like us. All of them. Well, most of them. I'm not gonna say all. Most of them.
Hmm. And that's true. And it's difficult because I don't ever want to blame a parent. Like I tell my children, like you can get in a counseling session if you want to, I'll show up, but you got so many times to blame me before you're accountable. You know,
See, see, people say that, when they hear the story, they be like, well, what did he do to that child? He did nothing to her. And when I say this, I mean this. I helped raise this boy. Nobody did anything to him.
but do you hear what you said though? You helped raise him. So why were you helping raising him? Where was the lack?
Because no. The thing was, in my family, we raised all our children together.
Yes.
It ain't no, so it wasn't like, I had to. I did it because that's what we do.
Mm-hmm. But what happens when, like, say you're my older sister and you raised me because that's what we were taught to do. So what happens when you realize that that responsibility is yours and it's a great responsibility? I think a lot of times we dismiss individual stories and happenstances and life circumstances. I'll be quick to say, people are not special. Nobody's special or unique. Shit happens, right? Things happen. So if I tell you I was homeless, I was in a shelter, I was a high school dropout, like it might sound, horrific to you, but somebody else has something else deeper going on. So, we're not unique in the situations that we go through. And a lot of times by a defense mechanism, we ostracize ourselves from the reality of life, and it enables us to find strength and grow from that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Queen is reconnecting on stereo. So I'm gonna continue what I'm saying. So a lot of times when we look at situations, we don't realize the underlying situations of things. Okay. And then it's overlooked in the greater scheme of things. And that's a big problem in the world today. What's going on in the world where we're not connected? We're so disconnected with things. And it's very, very costly for a lot of us. For most of us, it's very costly. So as I said, Queen on stereo is trying to reconnect. But think about these things. What happens in life where we are trying to succeed and excel and grow? What happens with the relationships that we have, even with our children, relationships with our children, and because of the relations we have, we're lacking. I spend all my money on my children because they can't get it together and they're grown. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of things going. Parents this, siblings that. A lot of things go on. And because of our circumstances in relationships, we choose to allow those things to impact our well-being. So when I talk about wealth is not just about monetary or financial um, status. What can you leave behind? Not just financial wealth. Can you leave behind ethics and morals and foundation? Can you leave behind a legacy that encourages empowerment, encourages further education, encourages going beyond what you can exceed, what you can imagine you can exceed, you know? And a lot of times we cannot do that. And that's where the wealth is. It's not just monetary things. It's being able to understand what you're leaving behind. Are you leaving behind a legacy of lack, a legacy of irresponsibility, a legacy of have not? Does that make any sense? What is our wealth? When we spend all our time, all our energy into arguing and bickering about politics, about religion, about personal opinions, is there any growth from that? Right? Is there any success from that? And a lot of times it's not. We have to start investing in things that have residual value, residual wealth. Okay? Things that make a difference in the long run. Or because you have money now, you spend money on DoorDash and Uber Eats and shoes and clothes and all this stuff. If you pass away right now, can you pass on your wealth? Do you have a legacy? That's what's important. And a lot of times we spend so much time investing in people and things, businesses, jobs that have no benefit to us. You reap what you sow, right? If you're not sowing anything, how do you reap anything? Right? The answer is you don't, by the way. You don't. Something to think about.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine, Queen. You are fine. You are fine. So yeah, it's tricky. It's very complicated.
The phone's actually okay. I know you. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
I love you.
oh, that's so cute. That's what's up.
And her didn't want
Oh no. Oh, oh, yay for him. Yay for him. That's funny.
Yeah, he want one more, and then we're done. He want a junior, so I guess.
Oh my. Okay, well, kudos to him. Or kudos to you. I don't know. You're the carrier, so kudos to you, I guess. I don't know.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
That's gonna be the last of the weekends.
I hear you. That's
After
what's
that,
up.
I'm kidding. We're done. No more.
That's all
Hey,
right.
baby. 8 babies that came out of my cooter mama.
That's a
That's a
lot.
lot.
Good job for you. That's a lot. And that's why, I have a cousin. Tomorrow I have an event. I'm going to my cousin, and she's so prevalent in the community. But she has 16 children. It's crazy because she was
Whoa.
16, 16. And I know I went to school with her children, like 3 of them, and 7 for me. And my son just graduated this year, and her children were going to school with him. So kudos to
So,
her.
so she had 16 real humans that came out of her mouth.
16. And she looks amazing. She wears high heels. Like she looks
I don't order
amazing.
that for six, baby. Listen,
16 and still looking flawless. Flawless.
oh my Jesus.
Yeah. So kudos to
That's
you.
why I say that some crack, baby. That's exactly why. Like,
You don't, but it'll make you crazy. I don't know.
yeah,
That's a lot of children. It
he
is.
is. Like, I'm not talking about the amount of children. Forget that part. You went through labor 16
16
times.
times. 16 times.
Um, you know, it was my first baby. My first baby, I was in labor 32 hours.
Wow. Wow.
I was going, I wouldn't let the doctors touch it. Now, this was my first baby. When I really get to know you, I'll tell you the story. But my first baby, I was in labor 32 hours, and I wouldn't let nobody touch me. My grandmother, who was a nurse at the time, she actually delivered my son because I wouldn't let nobody else touch me.
Well, that's awesome.
Fuck away from me. Doctor was like, well, can I check you if you don't get your ass away from me?
That's awesome.
Yeah, my grandmother delivered my first son because I wouldn't let nobody touch me. I wouldn't let my mama touch me. I wouldn't let the doctors touch me. A nurse came in there, I cussed her out, get the fuck out of my room. I cussed the father out. I was on a mad rage.
That's wild. That's
Then
funny.
he told me he wasn't coming back. I said, why are you not coming back?
Oh wow, that's funny.
And then my mom said, she said I would never come to another one of your labors ever again in life. And she didn't. She never
Oh,
came to her. She didn't. She said, because I couldn't. My first son, I swear I couldn't. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. They was telling the truth because I definitely could have. I could for 32 hours.
wow. That's wild. I know my first son, I was 16, almost 17. I don't mind telling my truth, so it's what it is. And my grandmother's always been there for all my births. She was my number one person all the time. Like epidural, like I'm not doing nothing until my grandmother gets here, you know. So I get that. My oldest son was 9'7" when I had him. My youngest was what 8'5". I had big babies, you know, and
See, this is okay. With my first son, he wasn't that big. He was 6 pounds. I think Kayvon was 6 pounds 13 ounces. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's 6 pounds 13 ounces. Then my second son was 6 pounds 7 ounces. So I'm pretty average to big babies. Because one of my daughters, my biggest baby was 8 pounds.
okay, that ain't big. Yeah.
My husband though, it's some crazy stuff. My husband, my mother-in-law is shorter than me, and I'm only 5'4", right? And my husband was 10 pounds 14 ounces ever.
Oh my. Oh my. That should have been a red flag.
Listen, when I was with my daughter, I was terrified. I said, this baby gonna kill. This baby gonna tear me to shreds.
Oh my. Oh wow. But you made it though. You made it.
But no, she wasn't even that big. She was 6 pounds 13 ounces, like my first son. 6 pounds 13 ounces. I was like,
Well, you made it.
I did.
You
And that,
did.
you know, my labor with her it was only 8 hours. And it kind of went fast because my water bag, she bust her own water bag. So kind of went fast.
Oh, see, I'm jealous. Oh no. Wow. Hey, what's up, acoustic soul? I see you in the chat on stereo. I'm gonna play this recording real quick. Let's see what he has to say.
Yo, Queen, what's going on with y'all? Love, don't mind me. I'm just sliding through. And yeah, your husband was big as hell, bro. That man came out a full football player with pads and everything. I was just looking for real. I was a big fan.
No, he was. No, his mom. Now, like I said, his mom is shorter than me. She's
Okay.
little. She's not that big at all. And I
Okay.
looked at her like, how did you carry him? She said people used to close their doors for her.
Oh my.
She said she was so big, they used to close the doors to see her coming. I said, oh my God, oh Jesus.
And see, when I was pregnant, like I didn't show until I was like 6, 7 months. So that was what was crazy. I never showed. So it was very interesting. It was very interesting.
Well, I didn't. You know what? It was just my first and my second baby. I really didn't have no stomach.
Mm.
After that, everybody else left me a little something extra.
Wow. That's what's up. Let me ask you, like, so as an entrepreneur, like having, you know, a whole village of children, like, how do you see yourself as an entrepreneur? Like, do you feel like you can succeed as an entrepreneur?
I mean, if you have the right support, you can do anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. And that's what I try to promote. That's what I want to promote.
Because I mean, a lot of people have support, and then they be like, oh, but they'll tell anybody else, oh, I don't have that much support. But when you have the right support, you can do anything. You can achieve anything.
I mean, you can achieve anything without the support. You know, if you're strong minded and you're really strong, you can succeed with anything without anyone's support. You know, I think that's where we fall short because we're always looking for somebody else's validation, somebody else's attaboy, you know, or pat on the back. You know, and if we don't have that, it's like, you know, well, what about me? Did you forget about me? You know, it's not, you know, it's so emotional for people, you know. So for me as an entrepreneur, um, I don't know. For me, you don't have to be an attaboy kind of person. You don't have to be like, good job.
Well,
It
I'm not
makes me
saying
like,
that. I'm saying like, you know, because there are some people out here, like, you know, you're right. It's some people out here that just want people to support them. But what I'm saying is, even if it's not financial, none of that. The right support can get you where you need to be. I'm telling you.
it does. It really does. But what happens when you don't have that though? Like, would you continue
See,
to persevere?
you gotta be on your shit. You
Yeah,
gotta be on your shit. If you have nobody, you gotta be on your shit, and you still have to do what you gotta do because even without support, you have to take care of your children. You have to do all of that. So you
yeah,
have to be on your shit. If you're not on your shit, then what you gonna do with support?
you do. Yes, yes. So I definitely support any entrepreneur, whatever you want to do. Yes, I'm a nurse. I decided to do a life coaching thing. I did that online. I didn't go to school for being a life coach, you know, and I'll say that openly, you know. If you don't want my services because of that, that's fine. If you do, that's great also, you know. So I do content creating, I do website building, I do resumes, I write obituaries. I'm an ordained minister just because I can, you know. So anything I want to do, I can do it just because. And so as far as entrepreneurship, there's nothing you can't do. I have 2 online businesses that I don't even promote. One is a apparel store, one is a baby store, a baby store. You know, I don't promote those things. You know, but you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird because you hear people talk about, you know, I hear a lot of people that don't want to be their own bosses, but they're really comfortable working for other people and building someone else's success. And it's just,
They are.
it's weird to me. It's
That's definitely weird. Cause be at home with my mama.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Once I got old enough to get the hell out, I got the hell out,
yeah.
baby.
But yeah, it's weird. Like people don't. It's like there's a lack of ambition. A lack of um.
Motivation
Yeah,
to
definitely.
themselves, not for anybody else to motivate you, but lack of motivation in themselves.
Exactly, exactly. I'm gonna play this recording really quick. Let's see what he has to say. Acoustic soul. Let's hear it.
So I agree with both of y'all with that. Support does matter, but you also got to have a strong enough head to, get in the game, especially starting up by yourself. When I started my first business, which was basically what Uber and DoorDash and all this is now, except for we did the whole nine for like 19.99 or like $20 a month. We go get your groceries and stuff for you like once or twice a month or whatever. Anyways, I thought my friends was gonna support it because that's the whole point of doing it. So they would never have to work. You know what I'm saying? They just be living right? So anyways, I started the business and some of them started working with me and they seen, how much the business was bringing in, but they're not taking into fact that I got a lot of overhead. So anyways, I was trying to get them to, just work for me like you work for everybody else. They didn't. Then that business closed because basically I failed. Hold on, wait for it. So after that, I got with a business partner, somebody I did not know, was not a friend, not a family member, or nothing. I got with them, and together we restarted that business. And it was just us two at first, and then the business started thriving. It ended up closing because I had made some bad decisions. We'll get into that later. But yeah, it's just really the only thing that matters is like the people in your corner. You know what I'm saying? But with startups, I noticed that you have to have like that motivation yourself.
You do. You definitely do. And you know what I mean? Like, okay, so for example, you can't not be like, well, I'm gonna start a business. Oh no, I can't do that. I don't think I can do that. You're just gonna psych yourself out, and then you're never gonna do it.
Exactly, exactly. And it's that simple. You know, for me, I like my business. It's just me. I don't have to employ anyone else. But it is
Right.
a due diligence to learn. If you're going to employ people, learn the ins and outs of those things. The taxes and all that stuff. Learn those things. It's very important. And that's something that a lot of us don't do when we start something. We have a good vision, but the follow through, the math is not mathing, if that makes sense.
2 plus 2 ain't equaling 4.
Yeah, it's not. So what do you do? So and be okay with people telling you no. Be okay with letdowns. You know, Something else I also do life insurance. So for me, life insurance, if you would have asked me like 10 years ago, would I do life insurance? No to the hell no. For what? But I see the value in it, but it's not for everybody. So when I try to get people on, it's like, it's not for me. But it's what you got going on though. And we get so frustrated when we offer suggestions to people and they don't go along with it. And that's okay. But like make it make sense. Why are you so broke? Why are you so broken? You're broke because you're broken. And your mindset is all distorted. It's crazy. And it makes no sense to me anymore. I respect it because I get it, but it just don't make no sense to me. I don't know why we want to keep struggling and keep working hard to promote somebody else winning and being successful when we're not.
First of all, that's why I be telling people, I don't work a job. I don't do none of that. I gotta work for myself because I don't get along with people as it is.
And that makes sense. And I do. I be going the distance for people. I'll be looking like, I could be feeling so disrespected because of the distance I go. So I get what you're saying. Because I go of a distance, and it's like, well, damn, and like I don't anymore. I don't get disappointed. Like if it's not for you, it's not for you. Just don't keep calling me. Stop calling my phone. So it's frustrating, especially when you have children. When you have a family, when you have people to support.
You hate when motherfuckers be like, well, you know, because I have a cousin. Now, mind you, she know I have 14 kids. She know me and my husband do this by ourselves. We don't have no help, none of that. We do this by ourselves. And she gonna call me. I didn't tell my husband this, but she called me one day and she was like, "Can she borrow $200?" No, but because I got kids, I got 14 kids. You got some money for me?
No. And nobody cares about anybody's feelings. Your feelings are your feelings. If I tell you I hurt your feelings, why you mad? I feel good that I didn't break my back to provide for you. Your feelings are your feelings. Like, what are you doing?
Listen, I was like, listen, even if nigga, I have 14 kids. They ain't like, I'm lying about that. I take care of 14 kids. You think I have some money to give to somebody?
Do you think that matters to them, though? Do you think that matters?
No, but I have to tell her no. It don't matter to me. It matters that I actually take care of my kids. It matters that I put food in their stomach, clothes on their back, a roof over their head. If they don't understand that, that's their problem.
And they don't. And it remains their problem. And that's what we have to get out of. Like, I'll be catching your feelings. I still have to do me. I can't help you if I can't help me. And you don't come from my family. So if I'm helping you, know the distance that I go to do so. It's like that, giving a fish and teaching a man how to fish. The same concept. You can't keep sitting at my damn dining table. You didn't bring nothing but to-go boxes for this feast. So I'm serious. For real. But you had like 3-4 opportunities to come fishing with me, but you didn't want to do that shit. Like, no.
Now you think I'm supposed to accept you?
Yeah. And they get really offended when you don't. You don't get me. You don't understand me. You don't care about me. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. True and true.
I feel like this. Well, if you feel that way about me, then I feel like you don't give a fuck about me or my kids, right?
And you can. I don't anymore. I don't. Because where I am right now, I've been there, done that. So where I am right now, like, there's not too much you can't tell me about. I've been homeless. I've lived in a shelter. I've been a high school dropout. I've been a teenage mother. All multiple baby daddies. So what is your gripe? I've made it. So what's your gripe? The only time I have an issue is when you pop up. So what's your gripe? And that's what I'm saying. We have relationships with people that don't build our wealth. What is the point? And it's not tit for tat. It's not I give you this, you give me back. It's not that. If I give you something, then pay it for. I don't want it back. Pay it for it somewhere else. Your children, your family, whatever it is. But people don't get that. And that is why we are so broken and broke. Because there's no respect and there is no honor in the work that people do to make things work and to make the world go around. That is my issue. And it's just weird to me. People are crazy. Excuse my language, they're batshit crazy. They make no sense. So when I ask you, hey, Queen, why you think like this? Why you say that? Why do you feel this way? But you ain't said nothing. You ain't said nothing. What's your issue? What's your problem? But there's no response to that. You're so angry and you're so passive aggressive, you're so aggressive, but you have no worth.
You know what? I really don't like passive aggressive people. That shit is annoying as hell.
That's interesting because I'm very passive aggressive because I just want sometimes I just want to just lay hands in the name of Jesus and friends. Like
What's your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
You're not no goddamn passive.
Don't do me. What is your sign? Don't do me.
I'm a Virgo.
My kids are Virgos. Don't do me. Y'all are passive aggressive. Y'all are so passive aggressive.
No, I'm not. Anybody out here that know me, and there's a lot of acoustic soul know me, and he'll tell you I'm not passive aggressive at all.
Boy, my boys are. They just be saying the slickest ass shit. I'll be like, how dare you? Who gave you birth? Who is your mother?
And you know what they're gonna tell you? They're gonna look at you like, okay, you're right.
Yeah, and that you right thing is like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, like you're passive aggressive. Cause y'all so cool. Y'all so sweet. But like y'all be doing some slick ass shit. Like y'all say slick ass shit and be like, what she say? What do you say? Yeah. And it's confusing and distorted. Like
we can be cool until you get us to that point where we're gonna snap the fuck out and then you're gonna figure out why I just snapped on you.
Yep. And that's why I said my two boys are both Virgos. I will drive them down by the lake. Like I will.
With September Virgos or August Virgos?
August. They're August.
They both have big crazy. See, August Virgos are different than September Virgos.
They are
September Virgos, we're cool. We're cool. August Virgos are that shit crazy.
And they are. And I'm like the last day of Sagittarius. I'm Sagittarius Capricorn. And that shit is very unstable. It's very unpredictable. Like I don't feel comfortable. Like I don't. Absolutely. And then my husband is a Gemini. So like we can't win in this house. We can't win, Queen. We can't win. We can't win. We can't win. On the Capricorn cusp. That shit crazy household. Okay. You understand what it requires for me to make this household work? Okay. And they're all males. It's almost 17 years. Yeah.
How you been dealing with this?
And it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Have you seen that movie, The War of the Worlds? Like, at any time we could have killed each other. For real.
Just what I'm saying. My mother is a Gemini. That's fucking
crazy. I'd be like, hey, what? Hey, babe. He'd be like, oh, what do you mean? I didn't say that. What are you talking about? I'm like, I'm not crazy. What? You got me to go, I'm crazy. Like, nah. Yeah. Oh, boy. I've been praying to God and friends for a long time, and so has he. Like, take the wheel, don't take the wheel. So it depends on the day. Yeah, it's complicated, and that's why I'm saying it's important for people to understand who they're linking up with, who you're building legacies with.
The crazy part is, I really know me and my husband sign, and we're actually soulmates, even in the zodiac world. We're soulmates. He's a Scorpio. His birthday is actually Monday. He's a Scorpio. I'm a Virgo. So we're soulmates.
Okay. That's what's up. Yes, it's been a ride over here in this household. And I wouldn't exchange it for anything, but like it's been an experience. But if you don't know what you don't know, then you don't know, right? So then you make it work. And if it doesn't make sense to you, you don't understand. That's why I play devil's advocate because I can't.
That would be the problem with me and Gemini because I'm a Virgo. I'm very analytical. I think about everything. I have to figure out everything. I have to figure out this problem.
Mm-hmm.
You make me feel like I can't figure it out. Or is it something going on? I can't do that. That's not for me. Get out my face.
It's a lot. I don't even know who would be paired with the Gemini. I don't know. I don't who is paired with them. I don't know. You know, and I love my husband. Honor him. He's so awesome. But it's been a lot of work on both of our parts. You know.
I know it's been a lot of work. Oh, Lord Jesus.
I feel sorry for him. I really do. He said, "Why you feel sorry for me?" Like it's not like a downplay, but you don't know what to deal with. You don't know what I had to deal with. You know. So, and then my children.
What you mean by that?
Yeah.
In your head, like, I don't know, but you made me go through these last 17 years.
Yep. They all say the same thing, but to each their own, you know. So, but I've learned to make it work. And I can make anything work.
Love each other. I do know that Geminis are really good. They're very loyal people. When they love you, they love you. But they're crazy. They don't get crazy.
Yeah, they love you to the point you had to get a restraining order if you don't love them. So
that's another reason why I never went to the Gemini. Because you're not gonna stalk me. We're not doing that.
I didn't know. I mean, again, I wouldn't change it for the world, but I and like I'm sure he didn't know, because he'd be like, "Your ass came with a warning label." I did. You just butt past it. Yeah. So it's been
You should
interesting.
have a warning label. First of all, you're a Sagittarius Capricorn on the cusp of it. Yeah, you should have definitely had a warning label.
Oh yeah, but I translate that shit in Braille, in Spanish, and French, and German, whatever language. I try to translate that, like,
You're not telling me that.
But my grandmother, my mother, they're all Capricorns, So like, if you look at like relationships, and the correlation with relationships and wealth, look at it. My family, the people that influence me, they're all Capricorns.
Capricorns love money. That's one thing I can't say about Capricorns. They love their money.
They love domination, and they love domination. The money is just the money is just the residual, the domination, especially as a female, is something totally different. I mean, with signs.
See, I'm talking about Sagittarius. Y'all not supposed to be with nobody. Y'all don't like me.
I do. I am so compassionate. Like, I go to my.
It's not that y'all shouldn't be with nobody, but most of y'all don't like being tied down.
No, because I want to do what I want to do. That's what you just want to do what you want to do. Yeah, who doesn't? Like, you sound crazy if you don't want to. They don't sound crazy, but what I want is never my way. It's always quote unquote God's way. It's not about me. People don't see that.
Y'all don't like being tied down. Period. Y'all don't give a fuck.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
People be like, when I be telling them about their son, you're right.
The only Sagittarius I know are males, and those are the only. Most of those connections I can relate to because we're all assholes. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? But I can relate to that. You know, it's relatable, I guess. So I don't know. I guess I am setting my ways. I guess. Would I
Just
be
like
trying?
I got into it on here with Virgo men because I love my Virgo men, but they whores. They're hoes.
Is
They
that a
ain't gonna
Virgo
touch
thing
me
or is that a
anyway.
man thing?
Huh?
Is that a Virgo thing or is that a man thing?
No, that's a Virgo thing. That's a Virgo man thing.
Scorpio. I don't know. Scorpios.
They hoes too. Yeah.
Geminis.
They
Yeah.
hoes too. They just a couple hoes.
Yeah. 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 It,
Be a man.
I
That's what they
think
might
it
do.
is. I think it is. I think it's a human nature thing, not just males, even females. You know, I think we don't get
I
into.
think it's a man thing. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's just a man thing.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. So, yeah.
It's only men that think it's in their nature to be whores. But yeah, we ain't gonna talk.
And that's weird. That's weird because you have like with men, like why are females like categorized as whores or thoughts or whatever? Same thing, but it's cool and it's accepted. Like it's weird.
Because what they say is in human nature for them to be hoes.
It is programming, is what it's
It
programming,
is.
and nobody
Definitely.
wants
So
to
they have
say
to
that.
treat people with that. Definitely.
You know, so and that's the problem. We don't. There's no stance with anything. So like even like talking about wealth and relationships, like with my husband and I, like I love my husband, I love my king, I respect him, I honor him, he's the greatest. But like we don't have joint accounts because he's older than me. So if something happens to him, like I can't be fucking broke financially if something happens to him. You know, I'm not a believer in if we're married, I don't want joint accounts with you. I don't want joint anything because of those kind of things. And it sounds insensitive, but it's really practical. You know what I'm saying? It's very practical for me. So relationships and money, like who are we dealing with where like you're trying to grow your wealth, you know, and it don't make no sense to me at all. So I don't know. Just interesting. But I think we're all trying. And it's a learning lesson. And it's a process. But it's hard.
What I'm saying is, men need to stop being whores.
But now you have women that are being like that too though. So what do we say? Like what is
Women
the
are worse. I think the women are worse.
they
To be honest.
they are, but I don't know. I think it's a perpetual cycle. You know, like again, back to brokenness. You know, if you're broken in your childhood and your upbringing, and family and all this stuff, children, like, what do you do with that? You know, how do you?
Here's my thing about this. They call it holism. I don't know where they made this word up from, but that's what it's called. Now, my thing is, there's nothing in this world to make me just sleep with multiple people and be okay with that.
And I agree. So, what makes you think that it's okay to do that, though? Like, where's your head at?
Exactly. Like, why do you think this is okay? I'm not telling you to. I'm not telling you to be, do whatever you want in this life. This is okay. You think this is an okay lifestyle?
Because of brokenness, because you're broken, because there's no accountability and no responsibility, and there's not. I just said to my son the other day, I talked to him like all these AIDS commercials. You see all these AIDS commercials. I told him like that shit ain't cool. Like they're telling you that it's okay to be promiscuous, and there are medications for that. But if, yeah,
This stuff is dangerous because that's what it's telling you to be promiscuous and not care what a motherfucker has in their body.
and that's why I said if you don't look at it, I look at the cost. Anywhere from $300 to $2,000 a month for medication. If you don't have insurance, that don't apply to you. Period. So don't. So don't. But that's not what's being talked about, though. You know, so there is a lack of accountability and a lack of knowledge.
It's a lack of knowledge.
It is dangerous. It's very dangerous.
They definitely promote being out.
They are.
If you take these pills, you won't get infected. If you take these pills, you can sleep with anybody you want to sleep with.
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
No, it's not. But you can't say that though. You know, if you say that you're crazy, like you don't know what you're talking about. No, that's just crazy. And it's very weird, as a matter of fact.
It is. It's very weird.
But there's no accountability though. And that's a problem. But what do you do? What do you do? You know,
like I said, you can't discipline your kids because of the law. But my kid, y'all okay with my kid going and get something they can't get rid of and have to suffer for the rest of their life? But okay.
But why can you come get my kids, but you can kill my kids in the street though? So that's okay. Does that make any sense to anybody? It shouldn't. Come get them. Call if you want to. Call police if you want to. Call them. Call. And then what?
Yeah.
You know, like
y'all crazy. Y'all calling the police on? I'm going in my room.
Yeah, call the police and the morgue. Call them both. That's what I feel.
That's what I would have told my brothers. Oh, y'all call the police on who?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my plate in my room. Bye. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing.
No.
I was eating in my room.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, and that's where we are right now. So we have to be diligent and be mindful of what's going on. And I make jokes about the astrology thing and everything. You know, I'd make jokes about things all the time, but it's not funny. It's real life. You know, people don't see the seriousness of it. You know, I make jokes because I want to kill you because it's just real. You know, but it's real. I don't know why it's so hard for people to do the due diligence. It's not that difficult. Do the right thing.
It is not. And even if I could take a medicine, a pill that makes me be resistant to any of this food, I still wouldn't want to sleep with nobody with HIV. Who wants to do that?
Somebody does though. That's what's weird. Somebody does. Somebody does. That's the problem. Somebody does. Where's your mindset? You don't have no goals for your life. Nothing.
Oh, you want to take these pills? You want to take these medicines for the rest of your motherfucking okay. Mm.
I mean, as a nurse, I have people that don't want to take vitamins. So nobody wants to take medication. I get that, but don't set yourself up to have to take medication if you don't want to take goddamn vitamin. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's very practical. It's very logical. We make things so difficult. It's not that difficult. Where's your mindset?
Right. Y'all looking at these girls cute as shit on these commercials. Oh, I took my vitamin pill, and now, bitch, if you don't get that stupid shit, fuck out my face.
And what they be doing, they be running and jogging and skiing and shit. Like, I be like, oh my god, like you so happy. Like, are you? Are you?
Are you really? Are you really happy?
Are you? And nobody, this one, like, it's not realistic. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird to me. It's very weird. It's very disturbing.
Really having fun like that, girl? If you're in a club like that, for
are
real,
you? And shame on you. Shame on you. I don't know. I don't know. Times have so much changed. I'm 41 years old. Times have changed. It's so weird. I remember
I
driving.
just turned 39 September 2nd.
See, okay, I'll be 42. What, in December 21st? Like, I'm just confused. It just like, and everybody's cool with what's going on in the world. Like, why are you cool? Gas is almost $4 a gallon here in Indiana. $4?
I think
Why?
it's like $4 here. I think it's like $4 here. See, I don't know. I don't drive. My husband do all the drive. I think it's like $4 here too.
When I was growing up, I remember gas being 89 cents a gallon before I was driving. So why is it $4 now? And it's the same
I don't
nonsense.
know. Gas is $1.89.
Oh, so that go way back before then. Like, no. Rice is what, 40% more?
Gas was $1.29, $1.39, and now it's almost $4. That's crazy.
For what though? Why? Nobody says anything. They don't make no sense. That's what I'm saying. How are we so broke? Like everybody else around us is making money, but we're broke.
We're not broke. They lying. The government is lying to the people. We ain't broke. We can't be. We're just
Tell it, queen. Tell it, queen. Tell it, queen. We're broke because we keep putting out money. But everybody around us knows we're broke. But we don't know that. Ain't that a shame? It's a shame. It's a shame.
They say money laundering is a crime, and they money laundering shit everywhere.
Everywhere.
Y'all act like we broke, and we're not. They're hiding our money. They don't give a fuck.
And they don't. They don't. And that's the problem. Nobody's saying anything about it. And it's Sarah, like it's costing all of us everything. The United States isn't a joke anymore. Nobody cares about the United States. It's a joke. And it's sad. But if we don't make moves to move around.
Y'all to let this idiot back in office. This bitch is damn near a felon. This bitch sitting wait. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Yep, that's true. But hold on, look at this though. So maybe 2-3 years ago we could have talked about that. But right now, as a nurse, I'm a nurse. So Joe Biden is demented. He's a dementia patient.
Yeah.
So that should be the issue.
I don't have a degree in fucking health. I don't have a degree in nursing. And I know the motherfucker has dementia. He don't. You know what?
So let me ask you a question then. So like, why is the Democratic Party not trying to replace him? They don't want Kamala Harris in there, and I should have fucked out. Excuse my language. I don't. Okay. So we want to never Sarah Palin. We want Sarah Palin back. Sarah Palin. So what do you want?
They want
Okay.
Donald Trump to run again.
Please, high five Donald Trump. He can get a high five from me. I'm sorry. He sure can. He can get a high five from me.
He damn near a felon.
Why?
They can't let him back in. That motherfucker is damn near a felon.
Because of what?
Because he lies and lies his money. And they think
he lied. He lied about what?
Shit.
He lied about what? No, Donald Trump made it very clear, like he don't pay taxes because he don't have to. If we were smart, we would know.
A shit you own, like high rise fucking penthouses and shit. He said that penthouse was worth fucking $150 million. That motherfucker is only $750,000. That is a crime.
So hold on. So whose fault is that? Let me break it down. So it's a black community. Look at churches. So when we give our tithes and our offerings to churches, how was it any different? Like Donald Trump didn't pay taxes because he didn't have to. In the Constitution.
We're talking about taxes.
Okay.
We're not talking about taxes.
Okay.
We're talking about inflating your assets. That is a crime.
Okay. Okay.
We're not talking about taxes because they suing his ass right now for the taxes. So we ain't even talking about taxes. What I'm talking about is the reason why he got 34 indictments federally is because you cannot inflate your fucking assets, and that's what he was doing. That's a crime.
Didn't Biden do that? Didn't Obama do that? All of them have done that.
No. The golf course he got, Mar-a-Lago, he said that motherfucker was worth $293 million. That motherfucker is only worth $7 million. That is a crime.
Yeah. I'm gonna still give my vote before Biden. I'm sorry, I am.
I'm not voting for nobody, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to vote. I didn't vote in the last election. I ain't voting in this.
I didn't either. But this time around, they're gonna get my vote. Because I hate the lesser of two evils. I hate that. Like the whole terminology is a problematic situation. But yeah, if it's Donald Trump over Joe Biden, this without ass, yeah, Donald Trump get my vote. Absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah, but he was grabbing pussy that was allowed to be grabbed. So you see what I'm saying?
I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck how much money you have. You just cannot come up to someone and grab their pussy.
No, but that's not what happened though. That's not what happened. If you a whole gotten whore, understand it. If you're a whole gotten whore, that's what you like. Don't say that you're a motherfucking victim because somebody fucking mishandled you.
I'm not talking about the stripper. I'm not talking about the porn star. What I'm saying is, you just cannot go around telling people that's how you approach women and grab their pussies. That's a crime too, stupid.
But what do you say though? Because they allow that nonsense. Let's look at Bill Cosby. So, the script. Let's look at Bill Cosby. Okay, what's your view on that? Because these women with Bill Cosby, they're grown ass women. If you want to get Molly Pop, fuck with somebody, like that's weird to me. If I'm doing drugs and alcohol, whatever I'm doing, to kick it with you, like
that's what I said. I didn't do no fucking crime. Some fucking bitches was getting high with him.
That's all I'm saying.
You bitches was taking pills with him. Y'all said it. Y'all said it. Oh, he raped me. Bitch, he didn't rape you.
That's all I'm saying. Do you realize? Have you noticed that like when somebody doesn't do what the mainstream media want them to do, like that's a red flag. Like it's either sexual assault of multiple women, all of a sudden, like that's just crazy. And I'm a survivor of sexual abuse, of sexual molestation as a child, so I don't take it lightly. Bitch, come on now. If you grab me, if you grab me with my pussy, write a check.
Listen, all I'm saying is I've been a victim of that too. I was raped. I'm not gonna say raped, but I've been too. I don't take that shit lightly. But you're not gonna tell me that you were taking drugs with this man, you were drinking with this man, you was doing all this stuff with this man, and then 30 years later you're gonna say he raped you. It's not cool, bro. Not cool at all.
No, no. So send me with Donald Trump. You know, yeah.
That's why you 100% believe Donald Trump did that. And I'm talking about Stormy Daniels. Because, bitch, he paid you $130,000 to sleep with him. And you did that. Bitch, that's on you. We have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. But the other lady, I heard the whole deposition when she won her lawsuit. I heard it all. He definitely did. He sexually assaulted that lady.
Send me that link. I'll have to look at that. Send me that link, and I'll look at it.
Okay, I'll find it and I'll send it to you. But no, he definitely he sexually assaulted that lady, and I don't take sexual assault very lightly either. But what I'm saying is, when I was looking at it and what I read from her deposition, from when they did the lawsuit, he definitely sexually assaulted that lady, and I'm glad she won.
Oh, please send me that. I would love to see that. I would.
We got 2 messages.
Let's listen to him. Let's hear it. Good eye, Queen. Let's hear it.
I don't know, man, but how your sister's doing? I don't know, but when Trump was president, gas was $2.15. Biden comes in like $3.40. Damn. Peace.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was actually saying that's what he did. He was talking to another man about one of his experiences. Like we all men do, you know?
Okay. I'm gonna play this one more time. Hold on just a second. I cannot replay this. So I don't know if you all heard that comment, but shout out to that Ken that shared that. I can't replay it. I can't replay it. So yeah, so let me see. I'll play it again really quickly.
He was actually saying that's what he did, not that men should do that. He was talking to another man about one of his experiences is like we all men do, you know? I don't know, man, but how your sister's doing? I don't know, but when Trump was president, gas was $2.15. Biden comes in, it's like $3.40. Damn. Peace.
Okay. So yeah. Definitely make sure you vote locally, because when you vote locally, you don't realize that people um in your local elections wind up being prominent in bigger elections. So make sure you vote locally and do your due diligence with that, right? So thank you so much for that response. Who was that? Charlie Sprinkles. Thank you so much for that response. Um, yeah, we gotta do our due diligence with that as far as voting locally. So yes. Anyone else have anything they want to say? Thank you, Boyd and Rich, for being here on Stereo, on my Stereo app. If you want to respond, please make sure you let us know. We can bring you up in the conversation. So, yes. Okay. You there, Queen? So, yes, this has been a very enlightening conversation as always. I'm going to play Ricky talk quickly, and we're going to get ready to get out of here because it's getting late. And I had to tend to my kids. So, let's play this really quickly.
People need to stop voting and don't vote at all. I really understand the system you're in. Voting doesn't help anybody but the wealthy. This country is only for those who are owners and investors. That's why Jeff Bezos can make over $200 billion and pay zero in taxes. The tax code is only for the wealthy, those who are investors and owners. So you can vote. Politicians only work for the wealthy and for nations. Yeah.
So true. So true. Um, I do think we should vote locally because it does make a difference. The electoral votes are a big deal. So understanding those things and how they work is important. So I do have to get off of here. I have to reach out to my queen cousin because she has an event going on tomorrow for in, in Indianapolis for the Recruit Alert um, community. So I do have to get off of here and tend to that. So I do appreciate everyone that's listening. Thank you for Queen Kathy, Queen Tina Berry with Straight No Stitcher with Queen. Shout out to D Mays with Mind Games and Cuts. Think about every Tuesday for mind blowing Black empowerment. That's amazing. Okay. So I did have to get off of here. But I appreciate everyone's time and energy and comment and engagement, right? So until next time, I'm going to get off of here, spend time with my king, and I appreciate you all. I love you all. Until next time, have a good night.